He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. He's got room at the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run. 34 yards. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Throwing is Hurts. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Moore, the man in motion. Now Jones. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
One back in the game. That's Jones. 2nd and goal. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey McBride with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have moved out in front. The point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Cardinals 14, Cowboys 7.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The Cowboys at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. They're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Prescott buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
A 55-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently?
And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. left side, and it's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. On the left side, Gallup's got it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick 6. So good hustle to get back and get him down, but boy,
that's nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Prescott now. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, Bean, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey. We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check pass, check pass.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 62 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game. At their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Able to get this one to McBride. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw. That's complete to McBride. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Cardinals. Aaron Jones, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. No problem there on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8.
The score, Cardinals 31, Cowboys 13.
The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. On play action, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And when you're thinking about your opening drive in the third quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, I'm just sitting back in my chair. Let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now left side on the swing pass. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Hurts. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. 84 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Malik Hooker. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Osa Odighizuwa able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
They're going to look to throw. They're hitting Juju on the slant. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Now Prescott. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Cowboys are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead now up to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On first down, Hurts. This is taken in by McBride. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Prescott to throw it. Dancing to, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. J.J. Watt that time able to do what he does best, and that's sack the quarterback. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
47.
Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Brian Anger now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Hurts sets up to throw it. The quick slant caught. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. On the ground with a tight end. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Cardinals 28.
So with 13 on the clock, it's time for an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Throwing here, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. It's a game plan you